everyone and welcome to UBOAT with update 2022.1. We're at the helm of U48 and we'll be playing this as almost like a pseudo RP series, and we're going to roleplay as the U-boat crew and their endeavour through the early stages of the war and hopefully get to the late one. This will be a dead as dead scenario, so if we die, if we get in a scenario and we can't get out of it and we die, that is how it's just going to be.
Was brauchst du, Herr Kaloi?
First thing I want to do is just go through and resupply the ship with stuff. So we want some food. Let's go for 50 vegetables. Let us grab some sausages. Grab some cheese. Or do we go for some canned meat? Let's buy all of it. Sure, why not? Let's have a look at fuel. We do need some fuel. Let's just refuel that. Okay, that'll do for the time being. We will load some more torpedoes on. However, we're just waiting on the crew to actually load them into the actual torpedo launchers, so we can actually load more on board. For the time being, let us speak to Klaus Schmidt, our leading officer.
BDU wird viel über Ihre letzte Patrouillenfahrt geredet.
I'm very glad you're happy with our last patrol, sir. We haven't gone out yet. Okay.
Dies sind die heutigen Aufträge vom BDU. Streng geheim.
We've got orders. All low. Let's go with AM4, AM7 to BE3, I think. Meantime, let's have a look around the U-boat whilst we wait for things to happen. So as we can see here, they're currently loading up the torpedoes. That's just what we're waiting for. There's a forward torpedo room. We have the officers' room, where they also do all the listening and on the sonar and the radio. At the control room, we have the conning tower. We don't really go in there that much. Crew quarters, galley, engine room, and the stern torpedo room, which also has some of the compressors. These recharge the compressed air. Torpedo. Let's get that in there as well. Yep, get those in, boys. I'll get back to you guys once we are heading out into the open ocean. The 1st of September 1939 at 12:46 PM, U-48 leaves the dock, heading out to first combat patrol. Now there are some aspects to this game that isn't realistic, like the crew complement size. You only get 18 crew members plus between 4 to 7 officers. Realistically, there was 52 men on board a German Type 7 submarine. They've just done it for performance and the fact that you just don't want to see a lot of clutter when you're trying to manage stuff and accidentally click on some crew members. Now I have to show you guys Wilhelmshaven, the dock entry and exit gates. These are pretty cool. One lot opening up, which we're not going to go through. We're going to go through this one here. And this is neat because you can actually see the water level drop when you enter. This is one of the new features with the game now. They came out with a new update. Before, these were closed and they didn't open, and that other route that was over on this side, that was just open to the sea. It's hard to see with the naked eye, but if we were to fast forward this, you can actually see the water level drop quite significantly. So we're actually above sea level in the port area. Anyway, let's get us to some action. Cool, transmission from BDU, need to get that. Just got news in from BDU that hostile actions on the part of the Polish allies England and France are not to be expected. Hostile actions against them are prohibited until further notice, so we can't attack the British nor the French until such time as BDU tells us otherwise. This is the 2nd of September 1939 at 1:10 AM. Hopefully that gives us some time to actually get to our patrol position without being shot at. It's the reason why I'm going at a fair clip of 33 knots, 34 knots. 34 knots, 34 kilometers per hour. Be like 15 knots or something. Alright, we have some enemy warships ahead. So they are not to engage us and we're not to engage them, so we can happily sail past. I think the one thing I am going to do though very quickly is I am going to take the flag down. Just very quickly. It's not that I don't want the flag up, it's just because it's red on a blue background. Makes it very easy to see. And seeing that we are actually in a U-boat. U-boats are seen, or submarines are seen as the modern day pirates. Just instead of taking loot, they sink it. Now I do have a lens on. It's a true color. As it gets darker, you want to have it in this like orangey lens so that you can actually see a little bit more clearer. What do we have? Let's lock on. Right, so we got a destroyer. And it's a 2 funnel, so it's not the Black Swan class. It is an EF class. We're being shattered by that destroyer. I think once it gets to night time, we are actually going to dive, change our course. This stalker stuff is a bit annoying. Alright, this is probably the message we're waiting for. To all submarines, English ships are to be considered hostile with immediate effect. At present, all first wave submarines are instructed to attack freighters in accordance with the terms of the prize rules. As long as the prize rules are enforced, cargo ships flying the English flag may be attacked without warning. OKM. Right. We are now officially at war. It is 3rd of September 1939, 12:57 PM. Just been spotted by an aircraft and we're diving to avoid it. How deep are we in this area? Only 80-90 meters. So bring it down to about 70. Just get out. Get under the waves first. We've just been discharged by an enemy aircraft. There you go. It's exploded. Don't know if you guys can see that. You, sir, I want you to jump over to the radio. Alright, what's our new message? France has been at war with us since 1700 hours today. Defensive actions against French warships and freighters are permitted. Submarines are not allowed to board or attack French flagged vehicles. Self-defense is allowed. So we're not allowed to attack, but we'll be allowed to defend. United Kingdom ships are also to be considered to be hostile. So we can't attack, but we can defend. I'm well aware of the fact that we're getting close to our batteries being depleted. We're going to come up to periscope depth. Oh dear, most of my crew has gone to sleep as we're about to surface. And there is a ship behind us. Just very briefly, let's get you onto the observation scope. I want to know what's coming our way. It does appear to be a destroyer.
Alarm! Feindlicher Zerstörer in Sicht!
Alarm! Auf Gefechtsstation!
Is it heading our way? Let's change the view to this view. This guy that's been shadowing us for quite some time. No, and it hasn't noticed us. Alright. Let us down periscope. So let's just exit this view. We are going to go click on new, go like that, hide periscope, and we are going to get you, sir, momentarily on the radio. Just log the warship. I was hoping that 7 PM would be a little bit darker than this. Oh, crud.
Legen Sie den Kurs an.
Let us change our speed. Should hopefully reduce the wear on the batteries. Yeah. Let us also go to blue lighting. Blue lighting is to go silent. We're going to turn the gyro compass off. We're going to turn the dive planes to manual. And you, sir, are now going to go onto the listening room. Keep an ear out for that sub. Cool. Alarms cancelled.
So müde.
We are going to keep heading this way. We're going to probably head to the other side of BF 2621. Then we're going to make our route down to our patrol area. Alright, we're going to surface the ship. We're going to go up. Normal lighting, turn the gyro compass back on, turn those back on. And we want to turn the diesel compressor on. And we're going to turn the pump on as well. The faster the engine goes, the faster the battery charges. That's a myth, but that's what I like to think. Oh, sugar lumps. Crash dive. That off. Turn those off. Good lighting. Now, every time we get a order, or we spot something, we get money for that. Valuable information. Supposing we're meant to be doing an emergency dive, we take an awful long time to do so. I believe that's the ship over there. And we're immediately going to go up to periscope depth.
Alarm abgebrochen.
That's a bit higher than periscope depth. And you, sir, are going to go onto the sonar.
Schiffsschrauben, Herr Kaloi. Schiffsschrauben, Herr Kaloi. Alarm! Feindlicher Zerstörer in Sicht!
Auf Gefechtsstation. Legen Sie den Kurs an.
Jawohl.
Let's dodge him. Go this way. There's so much traffic in the channel. Most of it warships. Alright, we've got low air quality for only got for an hour and 44 minutes. We're going to have to surface. Turn the gyro compass back on, turn the dive planes back on. Normal lighting. Now if any of you are wondering what the different lighting means, normal lighting is, well, daytime, red lighting is nighttime, blue lighting is shh, be quiet. You, sir, can rest. Sir Firecat? Hauptmann Sir Firecat, you are going to go onto observation. We're also going to put the diesel compressor on. What that enables us is allows us to recharge the compressed air, or create compressed air. You can also rest. Oh, buggery poo. Alright, jump on the A8. I should dive, but been unlucky. Now, is that following us? Is that getting closer? Yep. That is definitely coming closer. Alright. Turn towards it. Alright, we've got the plane flying directly overhead right now as we speak. Yep, they're going to start circling in and around. Wait. That is a Sunderland. That we cannot take on. That we need a crash dive for. Alright, turn this way. Are we gonna dive? Probably not. Should we dive? Very likely. Alright, now we're turning that way.
Diese Koordinaten setzen.
Going for a stack run. Don't know what's up with this camera shaking? Missed this by a country mile. As you progress through the war, you do get better conning towers and better anti-air cannons. Right, they're coming for another pass. So let's just start turning. Boom! We just shot down a plane. Just like that. Let's go see if we can't capture the crew.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Alright, you can go rest. No, you're gonna stay on the gun. Watch this thing come down. Splash. Oh, we're moving too fast. We can actually interact with it right now. Alright. They are now our prisoners. Cool. I just think it's fair. Shot them down after all.
Legen Sie den Kurs an.
Alright, crank that speed up. Imagine being only 4 days into World War II, being shot down and taken prisoner. For you, Tommy, the war is over. Cool. Alarm's cancelled. You go rest. You did good. You shot down a plane. Now the point of the AA gun is not it's not to engage AA all the time. It is actually if you're in a position that you cannot dive. Say for instance, you've been damaged pretty badly. You got holes in the conning tower, or you have no oxygen, no battery, and you're forced to surface. The AA gun's there to help you deal with any aircraft intrusion. To do what we just did was actually stupid, because in reality, what would have happened is that aircrew would have said, "This is Sunderland 1-2, and we have just encountered a Jerry submarine in sector BF271, and that we are engaging." Plane gets shot down. Oh no, we've lost radar contact. Well, what are we going to do? We're going to send planes from the RAF St. Evil base and explore this area. And what did I just say? Unfortunately, that is all we've got time for today. Find out what happens next time in the following episode. As always, I've been your host, Sir Ficat, and until next time, take care.